clients came to us, they had a look at this and said, oh Shane, can we add a master suite to this Queenslander? And I quickly came back and went, yep, for sure. Like, fantastic site, great view of the city. Seemed like a very simple project at the beginning, but it definitely got bigger and bigger and bigger and better and better and better.
A project like this is super exciting as a builder in regards to, you've got the Queenslander, you've got the ultra modern. It just excites you to be able to create a project like this. As you come in this front door and you see this entry, the foyer, the curved balustrading, the brass, the curved handrails, the tiling.
Because the kitchen, living, dining room is on the second level, it's always difficult architecturally to manage that from a flow perspective. We needed to make sure any doorways or entryways was concealed and hidden. They've managed to make it absolutely flawless. And so when you come in the front door, you naturally get led through the stairs with the brass balustrade. The first thing we really work on is what are we working with to begin with. So the classic lift and build under had already happened to a relatively okay level, but there was just some oddities in how the house was arranged, made everything very separate and very disconnected. There's a slight gap in the architecture which separates the old house to the new extension, but we took key features from the original house, brought that through into the new part of the house, which made for some really interesting volumes and shapes and spaces. So we worked a lot in trying to open up the house because there was all these barriers between the house and the city itself, which is a clear focal point.
To me, a pool is an entertaining area as well.
We had an existing pool in play that was extremely bright.
So with Shane, we sat down, I talked about a step in the pool and creating a lap pool and created a big spa area and making the spa flow into the pool much better.
One of the key elements we placed was the concrete and the roof garden. With the suspended slab, it does a number of things. It gives landscape to the top level, to the kitchen, living, dining room. It gives heavy mass and makes this space really nice and cool. And then for the neighbours, when they're looking over to the city, they're looking over greenscape as well. And the steps in here have absolutely fundamentally changed the functionality of this area.
The level of effort the trades went to get that pool how we want it to be is just 10 out of 10 again.
I think one of my favourite parts of the project, which is a credit to the client who kept insisting on making sure that it stayed in the project, is a viewing platform of the city over the cliff face. And I think that's ended up being my favourite part of the build. The end result for the house is evident in what we see in front of us. It's all the tiny little decisions that are made throughout the process.
The process was probably more challenging than we thought, but when you sit back and look at every single component that was done, you're left with a project that I am very proud of. My supervisor, my trades, all my subbies are super proud of. It's just an honour to work on a project like this.
And it's a credit to the client and the builder that it has happened like this, and now it's a house that they can live in forever.